Would you ever, if given the opportunity to be the first human in history to go to Mars, if I was guaranteed I would not die, crash and burn into Mars's atmosphere, if I'm guaranteeing going to land and there's going to be a habitable, like full-on habitat created where I could live for the rest of my life, I would take that because it'd be pretty cool to be on another planet, you know?
Hey yo, welcome back, Gacha Tourist, and today I am back with Mr. Fobert. Hello, Fob, how have you been?
Good. Hello.
Fob, I think you're muted.
My bad. Good. I'm good.
I was like, so it's been almost 3 weeks. How's your progress with Staro's story?
I actually just finished it today, so...
Oh, what'd you think about the story overall?
I think I can see it if you are someone who like does it in one sitting. It might be like really bad. I did like an hour to hour and a half a day, and I was like, this isn't that bad. But there were still parts with like some of the puzzle areas that were just like, it's just redundant. The black screens got a little crazy. There are also scenes where I wish they just added animations, but they didn't. Besides that, it was fine.
You didn't think it was that bad?
Yeah, I mean, it has this standard issue that HSR always has, which is like super lore dumpy, doesn't show anything, just yaps about it. Like there's a part where there's like a kid bard that like telling the story in a music form, but like instead of just showing us like some paper mache animation or something, they just zoom into his stinking lyre, which is like really awkward and boring. I love how I named like a billion negative things about it, but it wasn't like to the point where like I couldn't play it. But I think that's mainly because like I split it across so many different streams. If I did it in one sitting, I'd probably just like Alt F4.
How long did it take for you to finish the story as like a whole, like in general, for Amphoreus?
I have no clue actually, because I did it in so many different streams. I lost track.
It took me 10 and a half hours to do it. I did the like first 2-3 hours in one stream, and then I did the rest on the second stream. So it felt like a lot to me, but I kind of enjoyed it. But now that when I look back at it, I'm like, oh yeah, I agree. The puzzles felt kind of like random. Like the Bard one, I do agree. What do you think about the puzzles with Lord Gnaeus? Like the entire section with him.
I think that section would have been fine if they just removed the hands, because they like kept making you move the hands over and over to like pick something up, drop it there. You can't even just pick it back up from where you were. You have to go all the way back to the stinking terminal and then lift it back up and move it to the bridge and then cross the bridge to do another thing. And then the hand thing was just made it so unnecessarily long. I mean, they already announced a change for it, and I think the change for it is fine. At least like if they made the puzzles interesting or something, it would have been fun, but it was just really redundant. So
yeah, for me, I felt like if they had made us do the puzzle once the first time, it was fine. But then like after that, it got like overwhelming. And for me, it was more like the night and day. The first time was fine, but then when I had to continue to like get out of that to switch the platform to night and day and then come back in, I felt like that was a lot. What do you think about the overall Staro like patch notes that the devs had released?
I think it's good, but like I'm not even a pessimist. I'm actually a very optimistic person, but like gacha games, it's like better to be a realist. These are businesses that are based on predatory practices to begin with. Just how reformed could they possibly get? So do I expect them to buff old characters to be as good as the new characters? No, but I'm sure they'll buff it to like some extent. With the story, we can't tell until literally 3.2 because 3.1 is already ready to ship. I'm hopeful, but I'm like not gonna be like, oh my god, HSR is Jesus, you know?
Yeah.
I'll have to see what they do before I say anything too positive.
Oh, yeah. I thought like the Staro story and everything was fine, but like maybe it's because I played it on stream when you have people to play with. It's a lot much more entertaining, whereas doing it offline is kind of boring. You mentioned the buffed characters. What characters do you think will be buffed?
The first wave is probably realistic, like Sealy, Jingyuan, Silverwolf, maybe Luocha. I don't even know if people even remember who Luocha is.
Luocha, no, he was such a good healer.
I don't think I've seen anybody use Luocha in like a year.
They use it with Blade. Blade?
Yeah, but like who uses
Blade?
I never see people play Blade either.
Blade mains, where are you guys at? I was thinking about like 4-star characters, like maybe Lynx, or I want to Serval and Sushong personally. Same with Sampo and Gunaifin.
So I don't think they're gonna buff 4 stars. I really don't think they are. The reason I say they won't buff the 4 stars is because it hits their bottom line too much. Like it goes back to what I said about gacha games and they're predatory. It would be amazing if HSR becomes like a game where 4 stars are premier characters as well. Like there's games like Arknights where you can still like clear all the end game content and with like super niche team comps of like lower cost characters. I don't think HSR is going to become that. Now, are there four-star characters that are already pretty solid right now? Sure, but like I don't believe that there will ever be a point in HSR where you can field a full roster of 4-star characters and like on both sides of Memory Chaos and clear. Like I don't even think there's enough 4-stars in the game to.
I feel like I've seen comps of that in the past.
Really? An HSR full 4-star team on both sides?
There's people who've done it maybe on YouTube.
Maybe.
But now I need to YouTube it.
I see this. This is using Harmony main Trailblazer, but technically that's a 5-star, so
I feel like with Starrel, if you're able to get really good relics, it helps quite a lot. Oh, same with Light Cone.
I think my main point is that like this is doable for like super tryhards, right? Like Poke or like people who are min-maxing it on YouTube. But I don't think it'll get to a point where a average casual player will be able to field just 4 stars and just clear it, right? Genshin right now, there's like even the most recent video that I saw was like Last Abyss, where they were running Chingcho, Xiangling, Bennett, and Sucrose and cleared both sides of Abyss within the time. And I'm like, will that happen? I mean, I guess that guy was sweating too, but like you really don't need to sweat. You don't really need to sweat. Like I feel like anyone with hands could, like not even hands, you could literally be missing multiple fingers on your hand. You'll still be able to probably rotate Xingqiu, Bennett, Xiangling, Sucrose. They literally is just EQ swap, EQ swap, EQ swap. Like I guess with Sucrose, if you're depending on what you're using, you eat twice, but it's not really that hard. So
you know, it is a kid's game after all.
Yeah,
you didn't have to say that. Yeah, I mean, hey man, I'm coping. I'm on hopium. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool. It would be cool, but I think instead of doing that, they should just release more 4-stars. I think all of Hoyoverse just needs to release more 4-stars. ZZZ needs more 4-stars. They're too 5-star pumping.
For Zenless Dirt Market, Pokra, I feel like a lot of people mentioned that she looks like a 4-star.
Yeah.
Do you just mean like overall to kind of like balance out the 5 stars with the 4 stars?
Yeah, like get to a point where like it feels more saturated with 4-star characters. I don't know. Is there a 4-star coming out in 3.1? Do we know for HSR?
No.
Yeah, and I don't even know when the next 4-star will come out in version 3.0. And it's kind of weird. I mean, I get it, right? Because we're getting Remembrance main character, so like that's our free Remembrance character. But like you would think with Remembrance coming out as a path that they would probably also release like a 4-star Remembrance character, but we got nothing like that yet. And it's like, I don't know.
It's like you said, they gotta make money somehow.
I don't know if they'd actually go get on the wagon of buffing 4-stars. I think they'll stick to mainly buffing 5-stars, and I do hope that they release more 4-stars. But we
haven't had one.
Yeah.
In a bit.
And I think the other thing is, after they buff old 5-stars, I think the smarter thing HSR needs to do is just stop power creeping so hard, and then they won't have to buff old characters all the time, right? Like you fix the issue, and then you won't have to constantly weed out, you know, the bad plants constantly.
Oh, that's like tough because I feel like power creep is such a big thing now with Star Rail. So it's kind of like, I had mentioned they're like money based, right? So
yeah,
would they be losing more if they were to slow down?
Exactly. That's why like it's a hopeful thing, but like I don't think it'll happen. Like I think they'll obviously continue to power creep, and then just like maybe every like half version, right? As in like from 3.0 to 3.5, there'll be like one like old character update, and then like from 3.5 to 4.0 there'll be like one character update. So
that's a more realistic.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's like what they'll probably stick to, but who knows? We're all just speculating. They could literally come out tomorrow and be like, we're done power creeping, all characters will be the same power level forever, all 4-stars or
one eternity later.
What's like your idea behind like the speculation? Because obviously it's like about perspective, you know, you play a lot of gacha games. Have you like seen that from another gacha game, or is it like kind of assumption, you know? It's something like you're hoping for, like hopium. It's
assumptions. Like games like Epic 7 have unique equips that give characters like more abilities or stats or something. FGO does strengthenings for older characters to like sometimes buff them up almost to the point where they're like, holy They're really good now. I don't know. Honkai Impact did a thing where like I don't even remember if they were craftable. I think they were just straight up gacha weapons for older characters that made them pretty much really really good. Like Hersher Finality, I think. Yeah, Hersher Finality got a new this is a while ago, like new weapon that made her really good. Hersher Thunder a long time ago got a new weapon that made her pretty decent as well. So like these older games and PGR with their leap system brings like older characters in line, but like not number one, but they'll be like second best or something like that. So there's a lot of gacha games that do things like that, but like in every case, except for like FGO maybe that I've seen, pretty much buffs bring them close to the top. No, I shouldn't say close to the top, but like almost in line, right?
Yeah.
To a
Similar.
point where it's like good, but it's not like the best. It'll never be the best. So the only game I've seen that is like FGO, where they have strengthenings for characters that like bring them from like nobody's playing them to, oh crap, wow, they might actually fit into this really good like quick loop comp or like a buster loop comp where the, you know, wow, they're like number one now or something. I think it was Artoria or like maybe it was Salter a long time ago with a strengthening. I don't expect things like Fate because that's just like a million years ago.
Last time we talked was before the Arknights Endfield CBT. Have you been playing that game a lot?
I stopped playing after like 3-4 days because I didn't want to like, so a lot of games back then, gacha games, I used to like giga grind, and then I feel like I did too much to the point where like the game came out and it feels like I'm just redoing everything and it felt like a chore sometimes. So I'm like, I played it enough to the point where I felt like I got enough out of it, and then I stopped. So I'm not necessarily burnt out, but like I didn't want to go too far into it, just so it leaves a little excitement for when it actually comes out.
Okay, because I played throughout the main story. I got through the base building, so I kind of like want to know where you last left off, so I don't like spoil anything, I guess.
I got to the big boss that like
the first one,
the one that keeps transforming into crazy little things and like does field effects, and it's gigantic.
Without talking too much about overall, what do you think about like the story from the intro to like into the main story?
Oh, I didn't read an ounce of story.
Oh my gosh, you skipped story as well?
Yeah, because I wanna save it for launch, you know. And it's a beta, so like you don't know like if every story beat is gonna be 1-to-1 to release. So
you know what? I think because I'm not in a lot of beta stuff, I did story and I sat through it and I played it until I finished the main story.
Yeah, but like, so I played the previous Arknights. Well, I guess that was a technical test, so like that's unfair. But like that one as well, I skipped the story because I was like, it's gonna change, and then it was completely different this beta. Like, obviously there were a little some similarities, but like a lot of it got changed completely. So like, who knows? We don't even know when Arknights Endfield is coming out. A lot of people are speculating this summer, but like they could again change a bunch of things. So I never want to put too much time into like beta stories.
So you didn't hear about like you didn't hear the voice acting or
no,
like,
I did.
Animation.
I think I like maybe like pseudo paid attention up until the administrator and Perlica go up to like the station and then look out, and I don't remember too well.
No, it's okay. No. It makes a lot of sense from a creator perspective to just go into story blindly. But like for me, I was never in Arknights like beta, and I think the story hooked me on to the point where I played it for the main story. But then what do you think about the base building then?
No, I love it. I used to play games like Satisfactory and like I used to play modded Minecraft and stuff like that, so it's pretty much right up my alley.
Do you think it would filter out a lot of people who are new to the game?
I hope it does. I'm kind of sick of people wanting every game to cater to the wider audience. Like, I don't know. It's kind of sickening to me when I'm playing Arknights Endfield and people come into my chat as like, this combat's nothing like WoA. Like, if it doesn't have WoA combat, what's the point? It's like, not every game genre in the world has to be WoA combat. You do know that, right? Like, I think like some of these people might sit on a chessboard and be like, what the f***, this isn't WoA combat. No, mother, it's chess. Right? Like, they want, and I'm kind of sick of every person complaining because a game isn't exactly what they want. Because guess what? If it's not what you want, don't play. But everybody wants it to be exactly what they want and like baby rage at the developers is like, make it like this, make it the way I want. It's like, well, you let the developers make the game that they want to make, and then if you don't like it, you don't play, and the people who do like it can play. Like, and then there's the people who are like, well, but if they want to make big money, they should do this. Unless you're the CEO of this company, why are you like, why do you care so much? Like, if the CEO of the company is down to make a game in this design, I think that's perfectly fine, you know? Let them make the game in their view. And if they have an issue with it and it flops and they want to make changes, and sure. Like, I feel like that's what happened with ZZZ, where ZZZ and their developers had a very clear vision with the TV thing that they really liked and went ahead with releasing the game as is, even with all the complaints from the beta, because they had a very specific vision they wanted to lock into. And it didn't fly, right? There were a lot of public sentiment that just people didn't like it. It wasn't making that much money either. So they completely revamped it with 1.4, and 1.4 was like the biggest revenue ZZZ had ever saw. Obviously, there was Miyabi as well, but like they pretty much fully revamped the game. And like if a developer chooses to do that, fine. I'd rather developers make games the way they want to make rather than catering to every Jim, Joe, and Sally. And I think niche games are fine.
I think a lot of people like to anticipate a game's downfall, and so whenever there's like a problem that doesn't fit within the standards, they're so quick to like attack it, you know? I was like, from a casual perspective, I thought the base building was kind of hard. I feel like, because I don't play a lot of gacha games, it's like one of those where when they play like just the main games, like Hoyo games, they'll see, oh, if Arknights is not doing well, it's dying, you know? And then you have like the gacha revenue where people will pull up numbers and then they'll like argue over numbers that they see online that might not even be true. I will say, so I played a lot of the base building in the game, even though, you know, I sucked at it. Did you take any of the survey, by the way? Oh, so you went through it all, right? Even with the AIC outpost stuff?
I did all the base building that I unlocked at that point. I think I think I unlocked all the basic AIC, yeah. The whole tree.
Yeah. It was interesting because obviously in the beta, they didn't have like blueprints and stuff, but in the survey, they kept asking like, oh, would you want to see blueprints? How can we make this easier? Would you want like people to hop into co-op and have your friend build it for you to make it like really easy? And I was like, oh, this is like interesting because it was clear that they set the game the way it was, but then during the survey, they had asked people very specific questions, whether they should make it easier or not. So I was
that was something I was saying since the alpha test, where I think the number one thing that they could do without compromising their vision for the game is just add something like, so Genshin has something like teapot presets as well, where it's like a PoE as well. PoE is hideout presets, where as long as you have all the decorations, if you just copy paste the hideout preset, it just automatically puts everything right. And if people want to set something up like that, and Arknights Endfield wants to still cater to, you know, somewhat of a wider audience, and all they have to do is something like that, where essentially let people create presets, and then you just like go to some list and then be like, oh, this looks nice, and then click that and boom. Or, you know, some people like make it like a preset list of different factories, and it's like, this is a factory where, you know, it's mainly set to pump out this material or mainly set to pump out this material, and people just like copy paste that don't want to make their own, right? That's 100% fine. And I don't think that would be an issue. It's just, I just don't want people to keep on games just because it's not the game that they want.
Would you want them to have like the option, kind of like how Starro had the patch notes, to make it easier with presets and co-op, or like you can turn it off and on whenever you want to, or just go the Zenless route where they release it and then take feedback and then implement it?
Low key, I want them to just release it and see how it goes, because I'd rather all the losers get filtered out. And
oh my god.
And like, listen, I kind of like, I'm gonna keep saying it. I think the smaller gacha communities are always some of the better ones. And obviously that goes with anything in life, because the bigger the communities for anything, the more just, you know, the more heads there will be. But like, gatekeep the game a little bit. Keep the base building haters out. Right, it's like me with ZZZ. I stuck it through it with the TV stuff, and I was like, and through all the Gooner allegations, I'm like, if you think ZZZ's Gooner, quit. We don't want you anyways. So I'm like gatekeeping ZZZ. I'm all for ZZZ making themselves even more Gooner. Filter out all the mother who were like, ew, ZZZ's Gooner, like, get out of here. We don't want you.
Dang.
Same thing with Arknights Endfield.
Bob really says, sorry for your loss. Chat, can we get 5 big booms in the chat? Yeah, you know what? Maybe for me, I'm more the casual side. So I'll play wherever the game is. And of course, like for me, if I don't like it, then I don't like it, you know? Like the TVs, I didn't mind it. But then as time went on, I was like, oh, it is kind of overwhelming. So then once they removed it, I'm like, oh, I'm a little bit spoiled now. Because I can't imagine if they went back with the TVs, I probably wouldn't like it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't love
Yeah.
the TVs either, but I just stuck by the game anyways because
Yeah.
I don't know. The developers very early on seemed like they were very receptive. Obviously I
Yeah.
didn't know that they were gonna completely remove TVs. I thought they would probably stick with a decent amount, like not a decent amount, but like, you know, stick with their original vision to some extent. But ZZZ, the way it is now, it is like completely different from what it came out as. So
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Were you in the beta for it?
yeah, I
The-
was. I did do
Like
the
the
beta.
very first one.
Yeah.
The very first one with Miyabi. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I did. I remember every beta. I did strictly say I didn't really like the TVs, but they stuck with it, you know? I kind of respect the devs for that because a lot of people don't know is the ZZZ dev team isn't like a lot of the other Hoyo games where like they're people being moved around from previous games like Honkai Impact or Genshin, stuff like that. The ZZZ dev team, as far as I remember, is a wholly new dev team, like fresh, right? Not like previous Hoyo employees and stuff like that. So like kind of respect the fact that they like had a vision and stuck with it. It's like an artist where they have an idea of a style and how they want to draw things. And you know, people didn't buy it and they were flexible enough to change it up and you know, that's fine. So I'm happy with the way ZZ has come out. I think especially now with the like the new arcade games and the Fallout stuff, Fall Guys stuff, like I think that's so good.
Ever since the Miyabi patch, I think a lot of people mentioned that like Zenless redeemed themselves with everything. You know, they take in feedback and then they kind of change it up. And also the arcade is really fun. I feel like I spend a lot more time playing the arcade games. You plan on playing for Evelyn? What do you think about Evelyn?
Yeah, I kind of want to M6 her, but
Another M6 Bob?
it cost me $500 to E1 S1 a Goliath today, so I kind of hate gacha games right now.
Another 5 big booms in chat.
I haven't had any good luck in gacha games recently, and it's kind of
Wait.
pissing me off.
Oh my, you know what? I actually lost a 50-50 for Aglaya today, so yeah.
I lost a Lycone 75-25 today as well, so
Wait, I lost it for a viewer. I didn't go for Lycone. I had no Stellar Jades.
tomorrow I'm gonna pull for Anchor on NIKKE and then do Shiv Naya on Girls Frontline 2, and if I lose those two, I might retire from gacha games because they all want to me in the ass.
Are you gonna be a rival streamer? A variety streamer?
No, I'm gonna be a Roblox streamer.
Actually, there's Star Rail on Roblox.
Yeah, I'm good.
You can play
I
your
don't
gacha.
want to do that.
But then what if it's like Robux? Like in-game. You know how like Lethal
No,
Company, you
Roblox
collect
is
items.
Roblox is even worse. They're actually just evil as. They know that their audience is like 8 to 10-year-olds, and I'm here playing Squid Game on it. Well, if you die in Roblox Squid Game, you can pay 50 Robux to revive. Like, what is that nonsense, man? Like, it's actually pay to win. And I bet some stupid kid is on their mom's iPad playing Roblox, and they're probably baby raging, like full screeching, and then press the revive button. Their mom's credit card comes out for the Apple Pay, and they press purchase. And randomly, their mom notices that there's like $10,000 missing in their credit card.
For a second, I was gonna be like, Fob, you have like such a interesting perspective on like kids. But then when you mentioned $10,000, I remember all the stories where with Genshin kids, or even like Minecraft, kids would spend thousands of dollars on their parents' credit card.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. At least you can be a Fortnite streamer. I think people would watch.
Nope.
I don't know. If you would retire from gacha games, what would you do?
I might do
I wanna get into
IRL. IRL would be fun.
Oh,
yeah.
like taste testing? Food taste testing?
No, like travel and like stuff like that. There's a lot of IRL streamers that I follow, and I'm like, damn, that looks fun. Like Rob CD in Japan, like he just streams himself, like exploring Japan every day. That sounds pretty fun. I'd do that, and I like IRL streaming. So like, if I were to ever retire from gacha, maybe IRL streaming.
Every streamer has vitamin D deficiency. Because
Yeah.
I went to the doctors and I was prescribed vitamin D. And I was like, damn, here we go again. I feel like if you were to do IRL, like you would save a lot more money if you didn't spend on gacha. And then you could travel. And
No, IRL streaming is actually expensive as hell.
Wait, but you already have the setup though.
No, but it's mobile data
Oh.
plans per month,
Ooh.
and that It is not cheap. So not IRL Toolkit, the Solo Live View, they have a 4 modem plan, but because I was someone who had got their like plan well in advance, I had like this like discounted price for the longest time, but now I have to pay full price, and it's like $500 to $600 a month for the four modem plan, and that's not including IRL Toolkit, which you need,
Holy.
which is another $120 $130. And then on top of that, you're gonna have your own phone that's also gonna have its own phone data plan, because you need that as well to bond the networks. So you're still looking at, probably as an IRL streamer, before travel costs, like $600 to $700 a month. When I'm talking about this, like I'm talking about traveling like all over, right? And places that might not even have a good connection, like phone reception. That's why like the IRL Toolkit like 4 modem plan is good, because it's 4 modems, and it's, imagine like you have 4 phones and they're all connecting their like spotty ass data to like create one. But like if you were like streaming in downtown LA, you don't need that. You just need your phone.
Where would you want to go for like IRL content?
Japan. I want to stream in China. I know some people have figured out how to stream in China. Europe, I want to go to like tons of different countries in Europe. I think Africa would be cool as well. Maybe South America.
Basically around the world, Antarctica, who knows?
Yeah, go visit some
Australia.
penguins and polar bears on both sides of the poles. Maybe go to Mars with Elon Musk.
Wait, that would actually be cool. You'd be like the first streamer.
Would you? I've actually talked about this. Would you ever, if given the opportunity to be the first human in history to go to Mars? This is a flight that's not going to fail. It is 100% going to succeed. But you're going to have to live out the rest of your life on Mars. Right? Would you take it? But your name would be cemented in human history as the first extraplanetary, besides a moon, human being. Would you do it? Like, mind you, you could still probably download stuff. You probably won't be able to play online because the ping would be 1 billion. But you would be able to still get packets here and there from Earth really slowly. But, maybe Earth can figure out a way to send you wide collections of hard drives, SSDs full of like Netflix movies and stuff like that once in a while. So like you'll have a steady source of entertainment coming to you all the time. You'll be set for food. Would you do it?
Okay, wait, but then would you be able to bring people with you? Like friends?
No, it's just you. Okay, one
That's
other person.
Lonely.
One other person if you want to choose.
One other person?
I asked Lily if she'd go with me. She said,
If you think about it though, Fob, like how would you recreate your bloodline? Like your bloodline ends right with you guys. You have all of this name and fame, but then where does it go if you don't have kids? Or like, who would you give it to? Like your sibling maybe? I don't know. Would it just end there?
It doesn't matter, right?
History?
It doesn't really matter because like, let's say right now, right? We all know how like famous George Washington is, or like Alexander the Great is. Do we know where his kids are? We don't. Right? No. But we know their name is like the evidence here, right? Like, you don't need kids to continue your legacy if your legacy is so big.
I don't know if I'd take it. Like the thought of being famous, life on Mars and stuff is cool, but
it's not mainly about fame, right? It's more like
or like your name and then like being the first person on there, like the experience.
It's like someone's got to do it.
But I had to stay there though. Like, what if I wanted to stay there for like a month and come back?
I mean, definitely can figure that out. Like, if we actually figured out how to travel to Mars in an efficient manner that won't take multi years, I'm sure returning is not hard. But
you know what it is? It's like life on Mars. You can't even like go outside unless you're in a suit, and you need an oxygen tank.
Okay, but like,
survive.
What if they got a big enough Mars base setup where like you got like a decent spread where it's like you got a couple tunnels, you got like more than a mansion's worth of space. Like it's pretty big.
If I can live like I'm on Earth, then possibly.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's so lonely, and also like media. What about K-pop?
Well, like I said,
10 years behind. K-pop artists gonna die, and I wouldn't even know.
No, all NASA would need to do is send constant shipments of like the latest media all the time, right? And that would take less than a year to arrive to you.
Less than a year? Oh man! Oh my god! If I get news on like my favorite K-pop artist passing away a year later, oh my god, I'd be so behind.
If anything, your favorite K-pop artist is probably like, man, I wonder what Ruby's doing on Mars.
You know what I think about? I think of like Wall-E. You know how like sad Wall-E was? It's not like fancy life on Mars. You know, like the Earth was literally dying, and Wall-E was trying to preserve the plant life.
No, he wasn't trying to preserve the plant life. He was continuing to do his operative as a trash cleanup robot. It's just that...
Really?
Yeah, because at the
Eve.
end, Eve discovers that there's plant life. Like,
Oh,
Wally didn't know
I-
there was plant life.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I just remember seeing a plant and Wall-E right next to it, and then that was like it.
Yeah, Wally found it, and then Eve was like, oh my god, it's my directive that I found.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd take it personally. I feel like my dad would say otherwise. Like I would take it. I should take it.
I'd take it. I think it'd be cool. Not so much like for the fame for me. I think it'd just be cool. If I was guaranteed I would not die, crash and burn into Mars's atmosphere. If I'm guaranteeing going to land and there's going to be a habitable, like full-on habitat created where I could live for the rest of my life, I would take that because it'd be pretty cool to be on another planet, you know?
Okay, so you're guaranteed survival coming onto Mars, but you get onto Mars, you find some crazy monster that will like literally drain your body. Then what happens?
Well, it is
'Cause
what
you're
it is,
guaranteed-
but like, there's no way there's a crazy monster on Mars.
I mean, hey, you wouldn't know, because then I was like, if you say it is what it is, then that means you like, what if you just take like 10 minutes at Mars officially and then you die?
Well, that's not part of the deal, right? It was a part of the deal was that I would land safely and, you know, I could live the rest of my life, not die within 10 minutes.
You know, I feel like it would be good for people who are like okay with that lifestyle. I don't know. I think I like to be social. I like to meet people, go out.
Oh, I don't. So.
That's actually funny because I actually don't touch grass at all. But like no, I like reconnecting with like old friends, you know?
Yeah, you can reconnect. Just send them a message that'll take that'll take a year to get to them.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can start with the moon. I feel like the moon is a lot cooler because it's closer.
Okay, so a photo message sent from Mars to Earth takes 24 minutes to arrive. So you could actually, honestly, you could actually communicate with your friends and family pretty much quicker than most content creators reply to each other. Content creators take hours to days to weeks to reply to each other.
You're right.
So 24 minutes? Like, that's not bad.
I guess to me, there's like too many unknown possibilities on Mars. Like, what if there's like a natural disaster?
Well, here's the other thing, right? You could be the first person onto Mars, but the fact that you continue to live and survive there just fine might mean more people want to go as well. And then you could be like basically the founder. And then as more and more people come in and the area, habitable area expands, right? You know, you get your own little ecosystem, people make families, and then boom, there's a whole colony on Mars, and you were the original founder.
You're like playing Minecraft and Sims, but in real life. You're like creating your own base and everything.
Yeah.
Do you believe in conspiracy theories, Bob?
I like reading and listening to them because they're funny, but I don't know if I believe in anything. I think it's always good to keep an open mind to a lot of them. It's like what people always say. All rumors start with like some sort of truth. I'm sure in every conspiracy there's something in there that is believable, but like probably most of them are bullshit.
I was like,
except for flat Earth. I don't think there's a single thing in flat Earth that is believable. Except for maybe the moon landing being faked, but like that's so ridiculous.
Okay. Then what about like, you know how on Reddit people will share stories and whatnot, kind of like cult stories or like conversion therapy. I feel like a lot of people mention that as a conspiracy, although
conversion therapy? What is that?
It's like a religious thing. I don't know if you watch few like YouTubers. Or do you know like Michelle Phan? She's like a beauty YouTuber.
I know her only because I've heard her name here and there.
Oh, hey. Okay. Well, certain like people who become like influencers, suddenly they become super religious.
Like culty?
Yeah. I'm like kind of asking two different topics. One is like cults. Like there's a lot of theories and documentaries on cults. I guess I wanted to ask you like what your thoughts are on those.
Like I know there was a TikTok cult or something. I saw a documentary on it. It was basically these two sisters who were like dancers, but one of the sisters got sucked into this church. It was this Korean pastor who basically was a church, but then he was kind of becoming a cult, and so many other like TikTok celebrities or like TikTok influencers got absorbed into his church,
Oh.
and then he was promising that like he was like appointed by God, and like, you know, if you follow him, like you'll have instant success and all this, and like stuff like that.
Yeah, like that.
I don't really know how people fall for that, but I think a lot of people at certain points in their life find it easier. It's like an
It's like
ancient
an outlet.
yeah, it's like in ancient times when the solar eclipse happened and nobody know what the hell is that thing? Why is that happening to the sun? It was just very easy to say, "Oh my God, it must be an act of God," right? And to
Yeah.
explain it away than to like try to figure out what the hell it possibly is. So like I think a lot of people in life find themselves in tough situations, and if someone comes to you with a solution that tells you, "Oh, it's not your fault, it's actually this," and it kind of offsets all these negative feelings you have, and it gives you an opportunity to put those negative feelings and blame it on something else that isn't on you, people will take that at every opportunity, and then this allows cult leaders to basically take advantage of that and basically mentally influence them into following them, being like, "Oh, I did this for you," like, "Oh, you feel this way because I helped you," and then boom, boom, boom. One thing leads to another. Now they're brainwashed, and yeah.
Yeah, no, hey, there was 2 stories that came up. So the Michelle one, she's like a beauty influencer. She made like content, and then suddenly one day, people were saying that like she went the religious route, and she was like selling stuff to her viewers about how like, oh, you should do this, like this healed me. And at one point, she claimed that this paralyzed man like started walking again because he followed her path. And so people like created conspiracy theories about it because they're like, oh my God, it's like a cult. The conversion therapy was, there's another a YouTuber, their name was Low Anthony, and they were very expressive, you know, like they were all about themselves, out of the closet type beat. And then suddenly like their socials kind of like disappeared and came back, and then they were super religious. So I've always like wondered what like people thought about it, or I guess I just want to know what your thoughts were on it, because you mentioned you watched documentaries and conspiracy theories. So it was like interesting.
Yeah, I think it's all really stupid, but I can see why some people might fall for them. It's like gacha tribalism, you know? Everybody wants to be part of something bigger. And if even if you have all the money in the world as like a celebrity or a content creator, like I feel like those people are some of the most hollow people in terms of like what they have going on for themselves in a personal life. So they might, you know, a cult gives them a reason to, I guess, exist outside of their content or stuff like that. And also on top of that, right, a lot of these people get put onto pedestals within these organizations. So it puts them into a position where they feel like they have more tangible power, right, aside from being like a celebrity, and they might have direct power over individuals within the cult as well. I've heard stories of like certain content creators being put in positions where they're like basically have borderline slaves that do things for them, and I'm sure that is like a very enticing offer for a lot of people as well to join these things, but I would never join it. It's cringe.
I feel like I always hear, you know, you see more like cult stuff in movies, but then you never see it in like real life. So that's why it's always like conspiracy theory. Do you know the pyramid schemes? Like,
Yeah.
have you ever been recruited to one?
No, but I've seen them. But
You seen them?
yeah, I feel like
Same thing.
pyramid schemes too. I don't know how people fall for them. It's just so obvious. But like, I think it just comes down to people who are uneducated and don't know any better, and those are the people that these people are always targeting, anyways. So yeah, it's just it's goofy. But there are people who have taken pyramid schemes and tried to go on Shark Tank and do it. So like,
Ooh.
and they always get called out for being a pyramid scheme, because anyone with a brain and any know-how on business can easily tell when something's a pyramid scheme. I feel like the people who do pyramid schemes are just as stupid as the people who fall for them.
Oh my.
Like, there are a lot of people who do pyramid schemes that actually think it's like a legitimate like business practice, which like, are you delusional? It's literally a scam. But
Yeah, I won't lie. I know someone that is in it because she tried to recruit me. And because she's my friend, I like wanted to hear her out. But then when I came to like the meetings and stuff, they'd be like, "Oh my god, Rubee, like you look good in this suit." Because I had to dress up, right? I just couldn't show up in like sweatpants. Because my friend was like, "Oh yeah, like you need to dress up." And when I came there, they were like, "Oh my god, you look so good in this suit. Like, oh, you should." They were like kissing up, you know. They made me feel good. I was like, "Oh wow, like this is so nice." Even like the CEO's mother, I like cracked some. You know how like when you're with older people, you crack like, "Oh, you look young," and then they love it. Like she was complimenting me so much on that, and then later I realized it was a pyramid scheme only because after like the whole meeting, my friend was like, "Oh yeah, so if you actually give me $500, we could start up this website for you, and then like think of it as an investment to yourself. You know, like put $500 now, you're gonna make a lot more money." And I was like, okay, wait a minute. I don't like, and it was like selling products, like certain products here and there. So then that's when I was like, oh my God, this is like a pyramid scheme. I almost fell for it up until she said $500. And I was like, that's too much, man.
did you get your friend out of it?
No. She's genuinely happy being in it. Like I thought something had happened. No, but she's genuinely like, I think it's working out for her, but I don't, like I said, to me, it looks like a pyramid scheme, but to her, it's like a business. Like she's thriving, she's traveling, she's doing a bunch of things, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, but she's still selling products. So I don't know.
Is it I mean, MLMs and pyramid schemes are like, have a lot of overlap, but there's like, so MLMs are multi-level marketing, and there are a lot of MLMs that are pyramid schemes, but there's some MLMs that aren't truly pyramid schemes. So like, maybe she's in an MLM where it's like not fully a pyramid scheme, but it's basically the same thing.
It's tough because you do have to put in the work. Like it is like a model where you basically recruit people to like.
Yeah, it's an MLM, like, but like that's also a pyramid scheme. Like that's
like,
the thing
hard.
though, right? The harder your friend is working, the deeper down in the pyramid she is. So like, you know, it's not a good thing. She should probably get out, but yeah.
No, it's been like over 5 years, so I haven't talked to her. But that like,
damn,
like she got me when I was at my lowest, and then the moment I heard $500, and then like I would give her money, and then I have to go out recruit people, and then get them to pay me. Like with this whole thing, I was like, okay,
that's 100% a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, I was like, there's a lot of levels to it. I just can't remember, but I was like, dang,
those are illegal. But I mean, I guess it's only illegal until it's not illegal until you get caught, right?
Do you watch any like specific YouTubers for documentaries, or you just watch whoever?
No, I watch like legitimately whatever comes up. Like,
do you watch NIKKE? Yeah,
I watch a lot of NIKKE stuff, but I wouldn't say NIKKE is like truly documentaries. A lot of his stuff is like
he covers like Reddit horror stories or like hidden stuff.
Yeah, I like a lot of NIKKE stuff. I think there's like there's channels like Cold Fusion for like tech and AI stuff.
What is like your most intriguing like topic that you always gravitate towards?
I don't know, honestly. What have I been watching recently? You could ask Lily. I literally watch everything under the sun. I go from watching like dark SpongeBob theories all the way to like the Fermi Paradox and like space-time continuum. So like, I literally watch anything. Like right now I'm going through my watched history, and it's going from SpongeBob lore videos all the way to lore about Diablo. From Diablo 1 to Diablo 4. I went deep dives on AI, and then, yeah, I binge a lot of stuff about, like, life, possibilities of life outside of Earth, and, like, stuff like that. I would say that's, like, the most. I think I watched just probably the documentaries I watched the most are history and true crime. I love true crime.
I watch, is it Miss Mango Butt for, like, those crime stuff?
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you might have seen her. She covers a lot of like
Yeah.
stories, true stories.
I think Lily
kinda
watches
spooky.
that. I watch a channel called Dreading. They do a lot of true crime stuff. Coffee house crime.
When you watch these true crimes, do you ever like dream about them? Because whenever you consume media, you end up like your brain
Yeah,
kind of cycles
I
through
talked
it.
about it to my
Okay.
chat recently. Like a
Oh.
couple days ago, I had a dream about trying to find where a dead body was hidden.
Oh, dude, that's scary.
That was pretty cool. And then I woke up, I was like,
What?
what happened? Yeah, I was like trying to figure out
Oh,
every
no,
step of
man.
what they could have done to hide the body and clean the house and like where they could have disposed of it.
That like reminds me of an anime manga called like Deranged Detective, where the guy he like sits next to the dead body and then he's able to deduct clues. Kind of like that.
There's
A
a
little bit
Key and
different.
Peele skit that's funny. It's
Really?
basically this detective who needs to go onto the crime scene, and if he starts masturbating on the crime scene, he suddenly has prophetic like elucidations that tell him exactly what occurred at that crime spot, exactly when he
Oh.
needed to know it.
Oh,
It's funny. And then so one of the other officers, like every time he starts whipping out his dick and jerking off, he's like, what is he doing? He's contaminating the crime scene. It's like, no, like he's the best at what he does. Leave him alone. And then he like just figures out exactly that the perpetrator of the murder is actually this other dude on the other side of the apartment. But then that dude starts jerking off and they both stare at each other jerking it. And then yeah, it's a crazy skit, but it's pretty funny.
oh my god! I thought you I thought you were making it up for a second.
No, it's a real skit. I'll link it to you.
Wait, so like, because you're watching all this, does that mean you have like a favorite genre of TV shows then, or do you just watch anything?
I watch anything that Lily wants to watch together, pretty much.
Y'all have a guilty pleasure show?
No, not really. For me, I guess it would be like Hell's Kitchen, but yeah, I don't really watch that much TV. I only watch shows on Netflix and like stuff like that.
No Singles Inferno?
Nope. Lily has shows that
Dang.
she loves watching, but like I don't really watch that stuff.
What about had y'all watched Arcane?
Yeah, I watched Arcane. We all watched
Oh.
Arcane. It was good. I thought the second season was weaker than the first, but it was alright.
No, I didn't finish.
Oh, okay.
I stopped at episode 8 and then I just never caught up because then I started watching K-drama stuff.
My dog is snoring on my lap.
Ayo, dog cam. I was like, wait, I'm surprised you don't have a dog cam.
It's because he doesn't ever stay still. Actually, just snore. I'm glad you can't hear it. It's so loud.
No, I'm like the viewers would have liked to see it.
It would wake him
Oh,
up.
you know what? Yeah, I was like, I think chat likes dogs or like pet cams. See, people do like cat cams and whatnot.
Yeah, cats are easier though. They kind of just like chill. But like my dog, literally, he hears the lightest tap and he starts barking, running at the door. So it's impossible to get a dog cam going for him.
Would you ever consider like putting like a GoPro on your dog? You know how people have like the POVs?
He hates even a leash. Like he won't. Well, he probably would hate anything on him like a GoPro. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like people who put cameras on their cats. And
Yeah,
they're, like
yeah.
go outside. Look, that would be really cool. But our dog is like super COVID dog. He doesn't like going outside. He doesn't like going on walks. He doesn't like doing anything.
Isn't that perfect though? Like perfect for
No, because he's
our-
super clingy. He wants to be either on my lap or Lily's lap all the time.
Aw. You know, I feel like a lot of people who stay indoors like me, I would want a pet that's clingy. My dog is not clingy.
Listen, you say that until you get a dog who's too clingy. Like this dog, we buy him toys, he never plays with them because the only thing he wants is to play with us.
Wait, but that's so
And
cute.
it gets cute to the point, up to a point, and then it's like too much because they wake you up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. or like nonstop, keep you up until like 4 or 5 a.m. because he's also a super complainer. He whines.
I have like the opposite. My dog, he's like grumpy, doesn't like being pet, he loves walks and stuff, but like being friendly with him, it's scary, man. I like don't know if he's gonna bite me or not sometimes. It's like 50-50. I'm gambling every time I get near him.
This guy's a little baby. He is like a little aggressive if he meets you for the first time, but he doesn't bite you. He like nibbles you. He like takes the front of its teeth, its tiny little teeth, and gives you a nibble, and then he's like, and then growls. But then if you like pet him a little and give him a treat, he like just like lays on you.
Have you ever like brought Dodie over to like a friend's house?
Hell no. This guy's a
No?
liability. He'll pee and poo random places.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have like doggy pads or do
Yeah.
you take him like out? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That's
then.
why like at home it's fine, but like if we took him somewhere else, he just
Yeah.
yeah.
Because my dog is like trained to use the bathroom outside. You know what? He will mark his spot if he smells like another dog's pee in the house.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's like trained to do it outside. Oh, so cute.
Oh, he's ugly. Look at him.
Did I ever show you my family's dog? Let me find it for you.
Is he big?
Well, yeah, no, my dog I think he's like Dodie size.
Oh, really?
I'm talking about my family's dog. Let me.
Oh.
It's a Shih Tzu, by the way. So you can already imagine. You know,
Yeah.
some Shih Tzus are like super cute, and some is.
I used to have a Yorkie when I was younger. Kind of looks like a Yorkie.
Oh yeah, no, it's a Shih Tzu.
It's a Shih
Let me-
Tzu for sure. My dog's like
Yeah.
a Chihuahua rat terrier mix, so
Actually, that's my dog, the one that I was talking about. That's grumpy and stuff.
yeah.
I freaking. Do you have an iPhone? I hate that when you update it, they change everything.
Yeah, I do. But I
And
never
Miss-
update my iPhone. I like just don't
What?
do the software updates.
Yeah, no, he's a Chihuahua Terrier.
oh
mixed with the
wait,
pug.
he's kind of cute.
Yeah, he's kind of cute, but he's so mean, bro. I actually have a scar on my leg because of him.
What? Damn.
Yeah, he kind of mean. Also, he's like food driven. So like, if you have food next to you, he'll like fight you for it.
I mean, ours likes food, but he doesn't fight.
I was petting him once, and then he bit my hand because he thought I was reaching for his food.
My dog's like, if it's food time and I go to his go to the fridge to start giving him food, he starts doing little spins and dances. And then
Aw,
one time I
what the
like
heck?
pretended to put the food into the food bowl, and then just gave him an empty bowl. And he just stood there like confused, and then just looked back at me.
Do you have like a dream dog
Yeah,
aside from Dodie? You know, like would you ever
a
like
corgi.
get another dog? A corgi?
I think corgis are so cute with the little butts, but like maybe I want a corgi that doesn't have its tail cut off, because I feel like cutting off a dog's tail is like so evil. So I
Yeah.
want I want a corgi with their tail. A lot of people don't even know that corgis actually get their tails cut off. That's not natural. They actually have very long tails.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Or a black Shiba Inu.
A black Shiba.
A black
but
Shiba
I
Inus. Yeah.
I feel like Shibas are like you need to train them. You need to go
Oh, yeah,
out.
they're-
You know.
They have attitude.
Okay, I was like, I feel like I've seen a lot of Shibas, but they require like a lot of attention and care.
I mean, you just have to find the right one, you know? I've seen Shiba Inus that are temperamental as they're like little shitheads, but there's also Shiba Inus that are like super, super nice. I mean, dogs are like people. They have personalities. My dog's personality is
Yeah.
so
Does it
not
sound like
not
one?
like an
I was like,
not
does
like
it sound like
not like
one?
a annoying way,
Oh.
like a isn't like he's a pussy.
Oh, I was like, my dog's a like
He's a wuss.
He's so hard to work with.
He's got
Oh,
the
I see.
Chihuahua blood in him, so if he sees another big dog from far away, he like barks,
Oh.
but then the second he gets close, he's like, "Oh, yo, hold up."
Oh my
Okay,
god, that's
bad.
so cute. Have you ever? Well, actually, never mind. I was gonna say like along the lines of, would you consider putting Dodie for like emotional support dog? Because some people do that, but then I figured like maybe you don't need to. I don't know.
I think he is for Lily. yeah.
Okay. My friend did that for her dog, and in my mind I was like, oh, I would do that for my dog, but he's hella mean, so I don't think he would pass.
I think if you have him as
As
an
like-
emotional support dog, you can like take him to like malls and stuff that don't allow dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, he's not fit for it though.
Yeah, I don't think we would take my dog either, because he would be deathly afraid of everybody. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like my dog could handle it in public and like be like an actual emotional support, then possibly.
All right, Lily wants a what is it that you want?
I want a schnauzer.
Schnauzer. It's one of those dogs that look like
Where's
they
the
have a beard. They look like old men.
Oh, they're like a terrier breed.
Don't they look like they have a beard?
Oh my god, yeah, they're like old.
No, what's a big dog? What's a big guard dog you want?
Doberman.
Yeah, Doberman.
Oh, you need a house for that.
I want a big dog. Like, I really do want a big dog if I ever got like my own dog. I've wanted a golden retriever, but like everybody
they're
tells
nice.
me golden retrievers are dumb, but like what's wrong with that, you know? I feel like they're dumb, nice, and like big bundles of joy. I want me
Yeah,
a big
they're-
golden retriever or a Labrador.
Ooh, I think labs feel more energetic. Golden feels more like gentle than the ones
Yeah.
that I've met.
Yeah, maybe golden retrievers, but golden retrievers like have so much hair. So I think labs are
That is true.
labs have a better coat of hair. But maybe,
Yeah,
maybe they shed a
shorter.
lot too. I don't know.
I don't know, but golden they shed a lot, but they're so nice. My friend
Yeah.
had one, and The dog was so sweet. I was like, holy
Like
shit.
I want to come
the
home
nicest dog.
and like my dog just like, you know, body slams me. That'll be great. Instead my dog just
Yeah.
like runs circles around me and hops around.
Oh, it's because he's so small, so
Yeah.
cute. I feel like for me, I would just go to like the shelter, the animal shelter, and then I would just have to like pick and choose. I don't think I feel like growing up, I had a dream dog of like a border collie, but that's unrealistic. I don't know
Why?
of a border collie. I don't go out.
Border collies are also really smart dogs.
I feel like I would want to train them and stuff, but it's like not ideal, you know. I stay inside. I don't really work out, not to expose myself. Also, it's like maintaining. You have to brush them often.
Yeah. Dogs are high maintenance, but you know,
Yeah.
that's why we say they're like our kids.
Would you ever want a cat?
I do. I've wanted a cat, but Lily's allergic.
Ah.
So I've wanted like what is it called? A Maine.
Maine Coon?
Yeah, a Maine Coon. Those look so.
A lot of people.
Those look so pretty. Also Ragdoll.
Oh, ragdolls are cute.
Ragdolls are so cute. And then Munchkin cats. But like
Oh, okay. The Munchkins
I know
are adorable. Yeah.
they are adorable, but I know they have health defects. But I'm just saying, if I
Oh.
got a Munchkin cat, I would give them the best life ever, even if it might be a little short. Yeah, Munchkin cats, if I recall, they do have a reason that they look like that is because they've been bred with like it's like pugs. You know pugs? They were
Yeah,
basically
they have, like,
bred
the
to
short face.
Yeah, and they were bred to have that, and that causes lots of health issues for
It's so
themselves.
sad.
Yeah, I think it's fine to get a dog or a cat that has health defects as long as you give him a good life.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats, but my sister brought home a cat. I don't even know what he is, but super
Oh,
cute.
that's cute. I will say,
You know,
a standard tabby is really cute too. Kind of
standard tabby. I don't know. My cat's super nice. We thought he would be like a ragdoll cat because literally,
Yeah, it has a lot of hair on its face.
literally the nicest cat ever. He acts more like a dog than my dog. You know, like he loves cuddles. The only thing is, I feel like with cats, I'm not used to like the cat litter.
Oh, do you guys have an automated one?
No, nah.
Oh. And
We
once
take
you
turns cleaning it.
once you get there, that's when you're set. You get the automated cat litter.
I've seen a few stories where like the cat dies from the automated litter, so I get nervous.
What the heck? You just gotta get a good one, not like a
Good
trashy
one.
one. There's like expensive ones, like $500-$600 that the cat just goes in, drops it off, and then the machine just like whirs around and there's no way the cat would get hurt in it.
Yeah, I think that's the one I was talking about.
Oh really?
I
What the
was
hell?
like, yeah, it's like the cat would get stuck or something, and then it's like, oh, feels bad. But yeah, no, but you know what? I feel like with my cat, he's a little bougie, so like, if there's a pee stain in it, he will not use it until it's cleaned out.
Is it a small litter box or is it big?
Not small. I want to say it's big. It's like medium. It's a decent size. It takes up a tile and a half.
That's not that small. I actually don't know how big your cat is, so.
Yeah, I was like, it is tough. I think my cat's pretty big. He's like long. He's lanky. There's actually one more thing I wanted to talk to you about that you probably saw on Twitter. It's the one game where the characters look like an anime crossover.
Oh yeah.
So the one. Yeah. What'd you think about it? Because apparently my chat says, well, okay, the release, I searched it out. The release is February this year, 14th. But then apparently
That's gotta
you
be a
could
meme.
play it.
That's gotta be a meme because that's Valentine's Day.
Someone mentioned that Box 2 played it on stream. That's how they knew about it. And I was like, oh, so it's a literal game.
Yeah, I think it looks like trash. I think all the art looks like AI. I think the concept is like, it's not a terrible concept because it like obviously has a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people, and like you're
Yeah.
seeing some of your favorite characters and gender bent
Itachi.
and like have massive titties. But like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Can that even fly? Will they get sued? I don't really
Mhm.
know how the logistics of that works. The gameplay did not look exactly riveting. Yeah, it's a little too on the nose for me. I wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
I would try it just once for giggles, but that'd be it.
I'm about the same. And like even the name of it, like the acronym is like EOS.
Yeah.
Enigma of Sepia. I thought it was like a fake game at first, but then when someone was like, oh yeah, I only know about it because Box played it. I was like, that's crazy. Maybe he just had like early access because it's not even like officially out yet. I
Who
low-key thought they
knows?
were kind of cooking though. I won't lie. They used popular characters that like the public really likes, gender bent them, and then made it into something. Although I didn't ever see.
Yeah, but the
like,
gameplay looks like ass.
Let me go look it up now.
It looks like shit Cookie Run Kingdom gameplay.
I never played Cookie Run.
What?
Oh no, I got into it. No, I played it for like a little bit, but I couldn't get into it.
Okay,
It's a bunch
yeah.
of cookies.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't stick with it very long either.
Play a
But
lot of Cookie Run.
I got to a certain extent. Yeah, I got to like one of the higher, like I think second highest rank in PvP, and then all that. I
What the-
I wailed a little bit, and then I quit because.
This dude really said you barely played it.
Well, that was all in like the span of like a month, and then I like quit.
Oh yeah, but second highest rank is
No,
you know
not
what?
like
Okay, true,
second
true.
place, as in like the rank was like the second.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
bro, there's no
No,
way.
no.
He's being humble about
Like
this.
AFK Journey, I was like first rank, but like that's.
Oh no, AFKJ is fun. I really enjoyed that game.
I enjoyed it for a little bit, but then it was just like, eh.
No, season 1 was really fun, and then
Yeah,
season 2
the beginning
happened.
was fun because like it felt like you had so much to do, but then once you spend a certain amount of money, you run out of content to do completely, and then it's just everything is power creep, and then to
Yeah.
stay at the top level, because I was fighting perpetually to maintain my rank 1 on PvP, and unless I kept dropping hundreds of dollars every new character, I was not keeping that.
It was like season 2 for me felt very like power creep. They force you to like swipe or like do extra stuff to keep up with the
Yeah,
whales.
I don't like that, and I'm the
Yeah,
whale. And I didn't like it.
Oh, did you swipe a lot in AFK?
Yeah, I spent a little too much money. Multiple thousands.
Okay, I was like, can
Yeah.
I ask?
Yeah, I had literally all the characters maxed, like max copies as well, including these like the special versions that you could only like roll the certain units from. I had
Yeah.
those all maxed too because you needed it. You needed it to be number 1 in PvP. You need all of them max. It was so cringe.
Hey, if you think about it though, if they sponsor you, you just get the money back.
They sponsored me for the launch, but then I'm pretty sure I gave them all the money back that they sponsored me for.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, you had like your dopamine hit. I think I was free to play in the game. I grinded the game literally every day.
Yeah, it was really fun in the
think-
beginning, but
It became like a WooWa. Like everyone was waiting for WooWa at the time. So then by the time second season came out, WooWa dropped, and then people like jumped shit from AFK to WooWa. At least my community did. They were killing time with AFKJ.
yeah, I think the premise of the game was cool, but it's also an AFK game. AFK games, like, I don't know how many AFK games you played. It's like a fun concept, but after a certain while, it gets boring.
I can only think of AKJ, NIKKE. I feel like NIKKE feels like AFK game to me until you get to the story. But like the games in general, it feels kind of, I don't know, simple. Maybe it's because I'm doing like the hard chapters and stuff, so I'm going through it. Let's search out other AFK games. I don't think I played a lot of AFK games.
Huni Pop, Sakura Clicker.
Would you consider that as AFK though?
Technically, yeah, if you set clickers macros.
Okay, yeah, no,
I
no,
did.
no. I was
I
like,
used to play Sakura Clicker with a clicker macro, and I had left that up for a whole night.
bruh. Yeah, no, that wasn't me. I was like, I can't. No, that's smart. I won't lie. That's hella smart. There's like Sims, maybe. Sims is kind of like AFK.
Okay, I can't say because I never played The Sims, so I should.
It's so fun.
I've never played a single
why?
Sims game, but no, there's no reason why. I just haven't. I'm sure it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's any similar to like playing City Skyline. Have you ever played City Skyline?
Nope.
Okay.
It sounds like an old game.
No, it's not. There's actually a newer City Skyline game.
Nah, it's 2015. It's not that bad.
Wait, no, there's a newer one than that. Hang on.
There's one 2015.
City Skylines 2 came out in 2023.
Oh, the second one.
Yeah. It's like basically you manage and build a city up,
Oh,
and then after a certain point, things, if you're not very good, things just go disastrously wrong, and like natural disasters start happening, or let's say you just decide to drop a meteor on your city for fun. Yeah, or an alien invasion. It's just fun stuff like that you can kind of f around with, but
okay. What about like Zoo Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Oh, I played Roller Coaster
Or-
Tycoon, but I think I
Oh.
played a little bit of Zoo Tycoon too a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, it's kind of like that Sims, where you like build a home, family, whatever, and then you kind of like AFK. I think with the city skylines, the closest would be like Zoo Tycoon or like Farmville. I don't know, like those Facebook games where you build a base and then you just kind of like AFK.
Yeah.
You know what? Would Clash of Clans be considered that?
Which one is it where you like PvP each other and then send units out?
Yeah. It's
Is that
Clash
Clash
of Clans.
Oh, I don't know if Clash of Clans is a. I know it has a city building aspect as well. Wait, no.
Damn, I'm
Okay,
getting
it's not
confused.
Clash of Clans. What's the other Clash?
Clash Royale?
Clash Royale. Okay, I was thinking of Clash Royale. Yeah. I played Clash Royale. I've only like memed about Clash of Clans before. Yeah, I think Clash of Clans is lame. Clash Royale is better.
I took on a sponsor for it.
Yeah, I did too a
Right.
long time ago, but
Okay.
I like just played
Yeah.
the sponsor and hopped off.
I actually no, I knew a lot of my community members play that game unironically. Kept calling it cuck. And I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
Now these are like Facebook games I would play when I was younger. I don't know if I play it now though. Maybe like here and there for fun.
Words with
And
Friends.
I look at it. Oh yeah, that's fun. But
I used
that's
to play like Tetris with friends as well. Those were great.
no Words with Friends classic. Oh man. I feel like these are all like old iPhone games though. Almost like Flash game era.
Yeah. Temple Run.
Yeah,
Jetpack
yeah.
Joyride.
Fruit Ninja.
Oh my god, Fruit Ninja. For the life of me, I don't know why in that era it was actually fun to play Fruit Ninja over and over nonstop and try to go for a high
Wait,
score.
it was fun.
I used to sit there on my phone forever on playing Fruit Ninja for like hours just trying to get the high score for no reason.
Yeah. Do they still have that now or did they get rid of it?
I'm sure
has
Fruit Ninja still exists.
Played a lot of puzzle games on my phone.
Yeah, Fruit Ninja's
But
still
that's-
on the Play Store.
Oh, wait, it looks so different. It looks so cartoony.
Last update is January 20th, 2025.
Oh, literally a week ago.
Yeah, it looks
Oh my god.
looks pretty similar to what it used to be. Who the hell still plays Fruit Ninja?
Wait, they have avatars for it now, so it looks more like updated. You know what? I would still play it. You know, it's like nostalgic because if you think about it, like all these Flash games that are gone now, it's like nostalgic to look back on. Like I
Yeah.
don't think people would know Happy Wheels anymore.
No,
Kinda
they do
sad.
because of PewDiePie. So many people knew Happy
Oh.
Wheels because of PewDiePie.
But more like recent people who don't watch.
Oh yeah, they just
gaming
know
stuff,
like
yeah.
Roblox and
Yeah,
stuff like
and
that.
they wouldn't know what it's like to play Happy Wheels. What is like one game you played a lot for a Flash game? growing up?
there was I don't know if it was a Flash game, but there was a game called LF2. It's Little Fighter 2. It's a little if you go to lf2.net, yeah, I don't know if they've uploaded.
I
Oh wow,
see
they
it.
have a Steam version now, but yeah, this was like imagine Smash Brothers, but you didn't own Smash or a console, so you just hopped on a computer, downloaded this on a little exe, and then just booted it up whenever. You could 1v1 your friends or do story mode and fight bosses. And there's like special, each character has different abilities, and there's special unlockable characters as well. I played the hell out of that so much. And during study hall at our school, the computers let you just like bring in a flash drive, and then we just had it on a flash drive and played it from there.
For me, mine was like there's like those hit my buddy games
What is that?
where you're like hitting your buddy.
Oh.
You're like
Literally beating up a buddy.
there's Boxhead, like Y8 Crazy Monkey Games. Do you know those websites?
No, might be too new for me.
Yeah, it might be a little too new, I guess. So it's still Flash games, I guess. Boxhead is a base shooters where you're like a bunch of you're a box trying to build a base, I think. Maybe not building a base, but you're protecting a base against zombies. To hit your buddy, it's just literally like a simulation. You have a buddy. Yeah, no, sorry. It sounds like terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I played a flash game where it was just stick figures fighting.
Oh yeah, that was another one.
Yeah,
Yeah, those two websites, Y8, was like something I always play games on.
I forgot
Don't remember
there's
what
a, there's a website where like I think the logo was like a tank. Newgrounds.
Oh, Newground. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I didn't play on that, but I do know about it.
Yeah, I played a lot of things on Newgrounds.
Actually, speaking of like old games, have you played like Neopets or do you know about it?
Yeah, my sister played a ton of Neopets, so I know about Neopets. I played a little bit as well, but not that much. Only because my like sister played it so much, I was like, I might as well try it, and it was ass. But like, I played it for a little bit.
What about like Webkins? Do you know about that?
I've heard of it, but I've never played it. Yeah.
Okay. It's like Neopets equivalent, but a little bit different because you have to buy the actual plushies in store, and it comes with the code. And then so on the website, you put in the code, and then like whatever plushie you buy, like for example, unicorn in the game, a unicorn will show up. Yeah, nah, that's just nostalgic for me.
Kind of sounds like Animal Crossing with the villagers. You can sometimes get like cards with the villagers.
Oh, that's cute. What the heck? I never played Animal Crossing.
Never.
I never played like the official game. I only played like on my phone, and then that was it.
You have to play.
Know,
you have to play
right?
New Horizon.
That's on a Switch only though, right? It's not on PC.
Yeah, just get a Switch. They're saying Switch 2. They're saying a Switch 2's coming out soon. So, they already announced it actually. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Would you get it?
I'll probably get it.
How much better is it compared to like the first Switch?
It better be. Nobody has the specs yet, but it better be a lot better. It's been like 10 years since the last Switch. 2017 was when the Nintendo Switch came out. Okay, it hasn't been 10 years, but
it's not that long ago actually.
Actually, no. Okay, it was announced in 2016, came out in 2017. We don't know when Switch 2 is coming out exactly, right? Do we?
No, I mean I have no idea. What kind of Switch games do you even play? I feel like I play like co-op games.
I played mostly Animal Crossing. That's it.
Oh, that's nice.
I literally only played Animal Crossing. If I rebooted my Switch and actually wanted to play games on it, I'd probably get Suika game. I'd probably get Suika game. I played Tetris 99 as well. Yeah, that's pretty much all I played.
Dang. People are like, oh, Mario Party. You know,
yeah,
Mario
but you need
Kart.
friends for that. You need friends with...
Bob, we talked about earlier. If you just reached out to people.
Yeah, but I don't want to play Mario Party or Mario Kart. Those games are boring.
What?
They were
fun.
You know what? When I was a kid, but like now it's like I'd rather play Marvel Rivals.
Dang. You know what? I haven't played Mario Party in so long, so I'd be down.
Neither have I.
But it.
I like don't even know what the newest version of Mario Party is. It's like Mario Party 15 or something. I don't know.
There's a game called like Pummel Party. It's kind of similar.
Yeah, I've seen Pummel Party. Yeah, it's like Gang Beasts. Gang Beasts is fun.
Like no, I haven't played that.
You haven't played? What the heck?
No, I don't play
like so many games. So
either.
many games you haven't played. Hey, you need to play Animal Crossing. You need to play Gang Beasts. You need to play
Gang Beasts requires friends.
Oh, you can play with chat 100%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I actually recently played Lethal Company with my chat. With some mods.
I watch.
Oh really?
Yeah, because the thing is, I feel like you're one of the few creators who plays with like max lobby, and so you have a big room.
Yeah, but it's sad because this thinking bigger lobby only goes to like 30 or something. I wanted like 50 people, but
your PC will it not crash?
I mean, maybe theirs would. I don't think mine will.
How is it with the big party? Because for me, it's like, well, first of all, my PC is like, if I run with a lot of people with a lot of mods, I would run the risk of crashing. And then also I get overwhelmed when there's like too many people.
Yeah, it gets loud as hell because everyone in my half of my lobby just soundboard spams nonstop. So it gets loud as hell, but it's fun. I just have a headache afterwards.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do it because I get overwhelmed, but it is fun watching you, so that's why.
I mean, you could do it too. Just do like I'd say like you could do probably like 10-man lobby, and it'll probably be chill. I think I think the default like 4 or 5 man is like way too small, kind of lame.
I think 5 to 6 is perfect actually, like a perfect group.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like not too easy. It's like not too easy and not too hard.
Yeah, it's surprisingly, I think the more people you have, the more harder it gets. Even though you'd think it'd be easier because too many people. So like every time someone dies, you lose so much money. So the more people you have, there's only an X amount of loot. Just because you have more people doesn't mean the loot's gonna go up. So you're getting the same amount of set loot, but now so many more people are dying, and now you just have zero money all the time.
I wasn't able to check out like the new update and stuff. So like the whole baby, I never got to see what the baby does.
I've seen it. But I just run away because I don't want to deal with it.
For content, you should have stayed.
Nah, I can't die. I'm not a noob.
What about like was it like the golden goose? I don't know if that's a mod.
Golden goose?
Yeah, or like the goose egg. I don't know if it's a mod. Oh, there's like in one of the maps, you come across like this gigantic bird and you see the nest and it's golden eggs. And then the moment you snatch it, it will literally like chase you throughout wherever you run, out the door, like to your ship.
That sounds pretty cool. It might be a mod though.
You know what? I have 40 mods that my mods put together.
I think I'm playing with like
That's why.
12.
Also, it's basically almost like vanilla.
Yeah, but most of the mods I do have are like for special moons, right? That aren't in the normal game that we could go and visit.
Oh, so like different maps?
Yeah, different maps, and then not just different moons, but also different layouts. So like even if we're going to the base moon, like the first moon, if we go inside, it might be like a special office layout or like
oh, that's
a
cool.
mine shaft or no, I think the mine shaft got added to the default game, right? And then there's the SCP laboratory or SCP facility.
Wait, that's cool.
Yeah, those are pretty fun because it's like you never see them, and these are like completely new.
Can I have the mod code for that? I play it with my community, and then the last time like I really played it before that was with creators, and I'm pretty sure it was with you. I want to say you, Blop, and Celeste. Like that was the last thing I remember.
Yeah, I haven't played a CC lethal game in a long time, but I don't know. I feel like with CCs it gets old pretty quick because we remember that era where we played like Lethal Company like a billion times. I got so tired of it. I didn't want to play anymore.
I think with new updates, it's like fun because like the Nutcracker thing.
Yeah.
Like that was funny. I think like seeing you get shot across the room and then like literally fly, like that was funny. Same with the mask. Like we didn't know about the mask at the time.
It was fun. But I think I would not play vanilla lethal ever again. It's just like you kind of need these mods. Like once you start playing with these mods, you can't go back.
Yeah. Have you played the mod where you had like a car? I don't know if the car's a part of it.
It's like a truck. We bought it, but we never got to use it, and it blew up before we got to use it. So
there's a few other stuff. It's like a rocket. I feel like the rocket's now part of the game.
Yeah, the jetpack. I think that's been in the game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, jetpack. Oh no, but like a rocket launcher.
Oh, did we see that? I'm not sure. I think I saw it.
Yeah. There's like definitely new mobs that I have not come across. The babies being one of them, because I still haven't experienced it. I don't know if there's any other new ones.
I'm not sure because some of my mods add new mobs.
I miss those CC lethal times. They were fun.
Yeah, the Pal World server was pretty fun too. Those were good times.
They're having a collab with Terraria, or they had one.
Yeah, but Pal World is also one of those games I'm like, I don't know if I want to play again. I played so much Pal World when it first came out.
Yeah, it sucked because like I had to start my account over and over again, and then I got tired of it.
Yeah, I remember that because the server like wasn't saving profiles. It was a fun era, but that was a headache. And then because you never knew if you'd log back in, and then the server would have been wiped.
For me, it was always wiped. So then that's when I started giving up. Dang, good times. Maybe this year we'll have like another Pal World-esque games. I remember at the same time was like as a Promelius,
Monster Hunter Wilds is coming out.
Yeah. Are you playing that?
I'm gonna give it a try. If I can't find a weapon style I like, then I'll probably quit. But for me, I played Monster Hunter World as well. But if you don't find a weapon style you really like, it kind of gets boring. I'm sure I'll find one. I'm always a bow Andy.
Oh, I'm more of a melee, but it's like hard because like okay, I don't know if you play on controller or keyboard and mouse, but at least for me, the last Monster Hunter beta, I got really motion sick with the movement of the camera playing mouse and keyboard because I don't like playing controller.
I think I played on controller.
Controller seems to be a lot easier for a lot of things.
I mean, okay, so you say Souls games are hard for you. Do you play with controller or mouse and keyboard?
Mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, there's just certain games I think are way more playable with controller than mouse and keyboard for sure.
I like mouse and keyboard.
So do I.
Even like Wukong.
So do I. I love mouse and keyboard, but like certain action games, like controller just feels easier, honestly.
Maybe I'm just not used to like holding controller. The only time I used one was Red Dead Redemption.
Time to get used to it, buddy. The sooner you get used to controller, it'll be better for you. I think when I started playing controller games a lot as well, my thumbs hurt so much because like I don't know what it was. This is like the analog. I was just like not used to using the analog stick to move my camera and move my character at the same time. But now I'm used to it, so it doesn't hurt.
Would you play Arknights Endfield? Because they mentioned controller support. Would you play it on controller or keep it?
I'm not playing any gacha games on controller. Always keyboard and mouse.
There's a whole like audience out there who waits for it to be on like the PS5 to play because they don't like keyboard and mouse.
So apparently ZZZ's like really good on controller, but I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's like really well optimized for controller. I haven't tried it yet, but maybe I'll try it just to see.
The only time I see like controllers being really helpful, there's like a guy on Instagram and he like beat Elden Ring in Souls game with his feet. Cause like you can't do that with your
Yeah, there's a girl
keyboard,
who
you
does
know?
it on Twitch with her mind, like with like
Oh.
little
Oh.
nodes put onto her brain
Uh-huh.
or on her head to like specifically
Oh.
measure like, cause like
Uh-huh.
you can think or like certain things and it'll like
Mhm.
send signals, and then you
What the
can
heck?
use that to be like up, down, left, right, hit.
Bro,
Yeah,
that's more. I mean, you know what? It's impressive, but I feel like that's more work.
yeah, it is.
For sure. Cause like you have to stay focused at all times.
Yeah,
To like control your character. Yeah, that's like the only time I would see like a controller being easier. It's like trying to prove like a challenge. I still can't stop thinking about your take on Mars. What do you think like the majority of people would answer?
I'd say no.
Like yes.
Cause like
No?
nobody cares about pioneering for the human race, but I feel like it'd be cool, you know? Cause at a certain point, someone's gonna have to make that trip.
Yeah.
There will come a time when we are finally ready to go to Mars, and who's going to bite the bullet? Someone's going to, but that person, whoever does, is going to be known for the rest of like
Mhm.
humanity's history as
Yeah.
the first person to set foot on another planet, which is like,
Yeah.
it's pretty big.
Yeah. I mean right now they're talking about like what life on Mars and whatnot is already a thing. Honestly, this video itself, like 100 years later, if YouTube is still a thing, if someone finds the episode, they'd be like, oh my god, Fob was right.
Yeah, and it was actually
had
me. I
predicted
was the
this.
first one on Mars.
No, dude, that'd be so crazy. But yeah, no, I've been seeing like stuff like life on Mars. I think it's cool, but I would not want to live on Mars.
I think the most likely place that we'll probably find life is one of the moons of Jupiter, or
I used to be really into planets because of like Greek mythology.
oh yeah, Jupiter's moon Europa. So it has a
Hmm?
massive icy crust all over the surface, and it is pretty likely that there is a massive ocean of water underneath that icy
Ooh.
crust, and they're thinking, because water is one of the essential building blocks of life, there's a very good chance that there is. I believe there's a mission to Europa. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Europa mission is a NASA space probe that will study Jupiter's icy moon Europa. It's gonna arrive in 2030, so in 5 years we'll find out.
Oh.
So it's gonna study the ice shell, study the ocean beneath the ice shell.
At the moon?
Yeah, so it'll be pretty
Like-
cool.
They should study the Earth's ocean right now if they can. It's so deep.
Yeah, I mean, but that's something like everybody's already doing. There's lots of
Oh.
people that are already exploring the deep. It's such a slow task. I read somewhere that exploring the very deepest depths of Earth is actually harder than space. But
I used to be really into like the deep sea stuff, and obviously with that ties into like there is life outside of Earth. So now I'm curious on the whole project thing
yeah, but
if it goes through.
could also be what I mentioned earlier, the Fermi Paradox. Back when I don't remember when it was, but
What's that?
oh, so the Fermi Paradox is basically the issue of where all these intelligent alien life are, but like we have no signs to prove that anything like that exists. It's like, so Fermi asked like, where is everybody? Because like if there's so many of these, like if it's possible that there's these advanced societies and civilizations, like where are they? Why has nobody contacted us? Why is like nothing? So it's like there's a very good likelihood that there was a great filter that will exist or has existed in the past or in the future. And that great filter, if we are before the great filter, that means life is only growing and there will be tons of life out there that we will find. But if we are after the great filter, that means we survived the great filter and all of the amazing life
Oh.
already got killed off, and we are like the last bastions of life. We don't know if we're before or after the filter. If we're after the filter, that's lame because we're not going to find anything out there except for like dead civilizations if we do find it. But if we're before it, it might mean we are the most advanced, or we are like one of the most advanced out there, because we haven't detected anything else. Or it could also mean on the flip side that every metric in which we are trying to detect life is wrong. So we believe life is based on water and carbon-based life, but there's a very good likelihood that a lot of life is based on other fundamental like substances and elements, right? Beyond that. Lily's just like sighing because I love talking about this nonsense.
No, it was interesting. I wanted to hear more. No, my question I had for you was, do you think we're before or after?
I think we're after, because sure, the universe is so wide and expansive. Even so, if you don't know, radio waves radiate like perpetually out from Earth. Even though we have been sending radio waves for a pretty long time now, it still hasn't gone very far because the universe is so massive. It hasn't even left us. Yeah, our radio waves have still not even left the solar system, but they have traveled far enough to reach nearby stars, which I don't even know if that makes sense because that's like kind of contradictory. But either way, right, at a certain point our radio waves should reach some advanced civilization somewhere, and they would be able to detect that and would either be interested in looking into us or like reaching out to us. But nothing like that has ever happened, and we have like lots of scientists, dedicated astrologists, to looking towards the stars and looking for anything, any signs, any radio waves, anything, but we got nothing. So it's like Fermi said, where is everybody? And everything indicates that there's nothing out there. I would love to see if there's something out there, but there hasn't been. So
what if they're just hiding information from us so the public doesn't know?
Well, that's very likely as well. Like one of the big things is that if and when the government finds alien life, and like there's a very good chance they already have, right? They would never let the public know because it would fundamentally break one of the biggest parts of human society, which is religion. Like large swaths of our population hard dedicated to religion, and the second alien life becomes real, lots of core principles of many religions just crumble because nothing ever mentions anything about aliens. And if God or whoever is higher above everything created all of us and all these scriptures and all these like holy texts, why did he never mention other life and other planets, right? So the going speculation is if the governments actually had proof that they're aliens, they would never let the masses know because it would cause anarchy amongst everybody. Because one of the biggest things that hold a good portion of humanity together, religious beliefs, etc., would break apart.
There's a lot of like footage. Okay, obviously you don't know they're real or not. People could be faking it.
Oh, the UFOs?
There's always like, like UFOs or like crop circles appearing, or like people sharing stories how like they experienced something and then suddenly they would like randomly appear in the car like naked and then feeling lost, you know? I don't know, they could be on drugs or something. But yeah, there's a lot of like media like that out there where it would indicate about like UFOs and aliens, but then it becomes like a lost like footage type.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Like the drones that had happened, you know, when people were like, oh, what are the drones doing?
I think that's literally just people looking around.
I forgot what the verdict was. You know, I like alien conspiracy stuff. I actually spent a good amount, unfortunately, on TikTok watching those stuff.
Oh boy.
Okay, wait. I know, but well, I went beyond it. I went into like deep sea stuff, like mermaids or like underwater monsters. But yeah, no, it was interesting to hear. Yeah, I learned something new.
I love watching that stuff all the time.
I don't know, Fob. What would happen if you like saw a real life alien? What would you do?
I mean, depends what they look like. You know, what if they're sexy? More than likely, if we find aliens, they probably don't look anything like us. They probably don't look humanoid at all. They probably look like nothing we could imagine. There's a very good chance I'd probably run the fuck away.
I can't believe you said they were sexy first.
I mean, who knows? What if they're in? You know, I don't put it past them. You know.
All right, I think that's a perfect place to end the recording. Aliens.
Yeah, all right.
You know, or sexy or not. Thanks, Bob, for tuning in, telling all these great, you know, thoughts, opinions on so many things from gacha games, Arknights, Zenless, conspiracy theories, freaking life on Mars. No, I actually really like documentaries and stuff, so I feel like I'd be watching it after. You know what it is? It's more like whenever I tell my chat this stuff, they call me weird.
Nah, I think it's interesting.
Okay, part of it's because I do watch on TikTok, and that is the downfall. It's like, okay, it's weird because it's on TikTok. But yeah, I had a whole phase of that at one point. So yeah, no, it was nice, interesting.
I think it's
Sorry, it was nice and interesting.
I think it's a cool discussion more people need to have because it's like a nice thought experiment. Exercise your brain, people.
Interesting. All right. So with that being said, if you got this far to the video, let us know down below what
would you go to Mars?
Conspiracy theory. Oh yeah, would you go to Mars? Would you answer his question? And then what conspiracy theory have you heard that's interesting? Other than that, Fob, thank you so much for being on here. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And yeah, bye-bye. Thanks for watching.